Hello again and welcome to today's discussion of To Learn How to Speak by Jeremy Cronin. The first slide already gives an idea of what the poem is about, South Africa and our diverse cultures. Now, Jeremy Cronin, born on the 12th of September 1949, is a South African writer, author and noted poet. He is a long-time activist in politics, a member of the South African Communist Party and a member of the National Executive Committee of the African National Congress. He served as the South African Deputy Minister of Public Works from 2012 until his retirement in 2019. The discussion will be done in two parts again. Let's first read the poem. It would help to print out a copy of the poem and to keep your notes with you. To learn how to speak. To learn how to speak with the voices of the land, to parse the speech in its rivers, to catch in the inarticulate grunt, stammer, call, cry, babble, tongue's knot, a sense of the stoneness of these stones from which all words are cut. To trace with the tongue wagon trails, saying the suffix of their eggs in kuil, pan, fontein, in watery names that confirm the dryness of their ways. To visit the places of occlusion, or the lick in a flaybank dawn. To bury my mouth in the pit of your arm, in that planetarium, pectoral beginning to the nub of time, down there, close to the water table, to feel the full moon as it drums at the back of my throat, its cow-skinned vowel. To write a poem with words like, I'm telling you, stompie, stick fast, golovan, songulolo, just boom bang, just to understand the least inflections to voices without swallowing syllables, born in tin shacks, or catch the 5:15 Ikwata past 5 Johannesburg train, to reach the low chant of the mine gang's mineral glow of our people's unbreakable resolve, to learn how to speak with the voices of this land. Like no doubt you have noticed, the poem is written in free verse with no specific rhythm and no rhyme. If it isn't free verse, is it still poetry? What is poetry? Just think about that for a moment. When is it poetry? Poetry is a written and oral tradition composed of rhythmical words describing an experience of something or of someone's imagination in a way deemed beautiful and more concentrated than ordinary speech. Why does the poem sound so impossibly difficult? Well, there are three main reasons. Firstly, it does not have full sentences. Each new section begins with to. It contains many infinitive phrases that begin with to plus the verb, to parse, to stammer, call, cry, babble, and so on. All to do with human speech. To make sense of it, begin each sentence with I want to, so that it becomes I want to learn how to speak. Additionally, it's a poem about language and the need for South Africans to speak the voices of the land. Therefore, the poet uses words of speech and language, and there are many linguistic terms. Also, the poet wants us to think twice. He does not want the lines to be transparent, but insists on the stubborn opacity of language. This from an interview with Cronin in autumn of the year 2000. In short, the poem captures a sense of the history, landscape and culture of South Africa, expressing a commitment to our people and this land. It's a celebration of the uniqueness of the language used in South Africa and expresses an eagerness to learn to speak with the languages spoken in South Africa and nowhere else. Who else, except a South African, knows what Ikwata past 5 means, or what a Songololo is, or knows what a Gogu is? Lekker. We have so much that is specific to being South African. These aspects of speech, of transport, the stages of the river and the flow of time periods all show change, development. Each of these celebrates the progression, diversity and growth of South Africa, of the land and the people. You must have picked up the mood of the poem by now. It's one of awe and celebration. For a fuller discussion of the poem, watch part 2.